Minerals are the building blocks of every rock on Earth. Some are so common that you can find them all over the world, while some are so rare you can only find them in 1 or 2 places. I've compiled my list of 10 mineral samples that everyone should have in your collection. Hi, I'm Tracy Diane. I'm a geologist and author, and if you love rocks and books as much as I do, I hope you will subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into my list of 10 awesome minerals that everyone needs. First up is quartz. Quartz is a very common mineral that has many variations. The classic quartz samples are colorless with a hexagonal shape that looks like 2 hexagonal pyramids with a hexagonal barrel in between them. Quartz is a 7 on the Mohs hardness scale, has a white streak and a conchoidal fracture, but it has no cleavage, and it does have a glassy luster. Nice samples of quartz can be found worldwide in geodes, alpine fissures, and in igneous rocks like pegmatite and granite. Quartz has many uses, including prisms, lenses, gauges, glass, paint, and abrasives. There are a number of varieties of quartz that include Herkimer diamonds, which is a clear variety that has an absolutely perfect shape, the purple variety known as amethyst, a brownish orange variety called citrine, which is actually very rare in nature. The rose quartz variety is pink, and milky quartz is an opaque white color. Carnelian is an orange cryptocrystalline variety, and Oko eggs are agate geodes that often have crystals in the center. Chalcedony is another cryptocrystalline variety that comes in many colors and is often banded, and you can often find it in home decor items because you can dye it very easily. And finally, jasper, which is another variety of quartz that forms in many colors like red, yellow, brown, black, gray, and white. You may need quartz in your collection because quartz is one of the main building blocks of many of the Earth's rocks. With the amazing number of varieties, you can find multiple samples that span a wide range of colors and sizes. Being able to identify quartz will help you identify many of the other rock types. The second mineral on our list is calcite. Calcite is another common mineral that is a component of many varieties of rocks all over the world, and particularly sedimentary rocks. Calcite comes in many colors like colorless, gray, red, yellow, green, blue, purple, brown, and black. This awesome mineral is very soft, being only a 3 on the Mohs hardness scale. It has a white streak and a glassy to pearly luster. Interestingly, calcite forms in a rhombohedral shape and also has rhombic cleavage. The mineral is useful in the production of microscopes, building materials, and fertilizers, and has a component in the chemical industry and also metallurgy. Calcite often forms in water-rich environments like caves. Iceland's spar calcite is a very unique variety of calcite because it's clear and has optical properties. If you place a piece over text or an image, it will appear doubled through the crystal. You may want calcite in your collection because calcite is made of calcium carbonate, which reacts or fizzes when you put an acid on the surface. This property is useful in identifying the minerals and rocks that contain calcite, like limestone or marble. Calcite reacts easily with strong acids like hydrochloric acids, but will also react to weaker acids like lemon juice or vinegar, especially if you use it on a fresh surface. The third mineral on our list is gypsum. Gypsum is an evaporite mineral that often forms due to the evaporation of water from lakes or oceans. Gypsum is often white or pinkish white, is very soft, being only a 2 on the Mohs hardness scale, has a glassy, silky, or pearly luster, and has a white streak. Gypsum has one direction of cleavage, and interestingly, it will dissolve in water over time. Gypsum has many uses, like the manufacture of paints, tile, drywall, blackboard chalk, fertilizer, and plaster of Paris. Beautiful samples of gypsum are found around the world in places like Mexico, Italy, Russia, France, Canada, and the United States. A fibrous variety that forms long white sticks is called selenite gypsum, and it is one of my absolute favorites. Another interesting type is a gypsum rose, and this is where gypsum forms in a rose-shaped cluster. You'll want gypsum in your collection because it is one of the softest minerals on the Mohs hardness scale, and it's a great sample to use when learning to test mineral identities. The unique forms of gypsum rose and selenite sticks make it a fun addition to any collection. Number 4 on our list is halite. Halite is also known as table salt or rock salt. This mineral forms as an evaporite mineral when seabeds dry. Halite often forms in wide, thick layers in colors ranging from white, yellow, red, brown, blue, violet, and pink. If you've seen pink Himalayan salt in the grocery store, that is mineral halite. Halite is also very soft at only a 2.5 on the most hardness scale. It's slightly harder than gypsum, but not by much. It has a white streak, a glassy luster, and cubic cleavage. Nice specimens of halite are found in Germany, Poland, Spain, Austria, the United States, and Italy. Halite is primarily used for food preparation and in the chemical industry. You'll love to have a sample of this in your collection because it's used in everyday activities, and it's a great example of how the natural earth minerals are used in our lives. Also, halite's cubic cleavage allows the samples to break into perfect cubes each time you break a sample, so it's a great experiment to do at home to see how they break apart. The fifth mineral on our list is magnetite. Magnetite is a black mineral with a moderate hardness of 5.5 to 6.5 on the most hardness scale, has a gray to black streak, and a metallic luster. It's also very heavy. This common mineral is present in many rock types and is important because it has a high iron content. Nice samples often are found in Sweden, Austria, the United States, Italy, Switzerland, South Africa, and Russia. Magnetite is a great addition to your collection because it's magnetic. It can be picked up by a strong magnet, or the sample itself can be used to pick up smaller items like metal paper clips. The sixth mineral on our list is one of my absolute favorites, hematite. Hematite is typically gray to black in color, has metallic to earthy luster, and is a 5 to 6 on the most hardness scale. But the most interesting thing about hematite is while the outside is gray to black, its streak color, which is the color of the mineral when it's powdered, is cherry red. Because of this cherry red streak, if hematite is present in another rock, it will often have a reddish hue to it. Hematite is useful for its iron content, in making red pigments, jewelry, and in making plate glass. Hematite is a heavy mineral that is found all around the world. You'll love having hematite in your collection because it is one of the best minerals to do the streak test with, because it's amazing when you see that dark colored outside turn into something beautifully red when you powder it. The next mineral on our list is fluorite. Fluorite is a unique mineral because it can be almost any color in the world except for black. The most common minerals are green, purple, white, yellow, blue, and red. Fluorite is a 4 on the most hardness scale, has a white streak, and a glassy luster. Found all around the world, the best samples of fluorite are located in Germany, Italy, Switzerland, and Mexico. But my favorite version of fluorite is a rare striped fluorite called the Blue John fluorite. It's found in the Blue John Cave in Castleton, Derbyshire, England. Fluorite often forms in the veins of other rocks. It's used in the manufacture of enamels, cooking utensils, telescopes, and camera lenses. Fluorite is a great sample to have in your collection because while the mineral can form in cube shapes, if you break it, it can also break into octahedrons. The eighth mineral on our list is kyanite. Kyanite is a unique light blue, blue-gray, or black mineral that forms in blades. The hardness of the mineral is a 4 to 5 on the most hardness scale along the length of the blade, but a 6 to 7 across the blade. Kyanite has a white streak, a glassy to pearly luster, and is useful in the production of ceramic products, electrical insulators, and abrasives. Kyanite is often found in metamorphic rocks like schist and gneiss. Beautiful samples of kyanite are found in Switzerland, Italy, Austria, France, Kenya, Brazil, and the United States. You'll definitely want a sample of kyanite in your collection because the difference in the hardness across the two directions of the blade is really a unique feature. Kyanite is also a key metamorphic mineral that will help you identify different types of rocks. The next mineral on our list is mica. Mica is one of the most interesting minerals in the world because it forms in stacks of super thin sheets along a single cleavage plane, which is called basal cleavage. These stacks are called books. Mica forms in colors of black, brown, rose, silver, yellow, gray, purple, and dark green. Mica is very soft. It's only a 2.5 to 3 on the most hardness scale, has a colorless streak, and a glassy to pearly luster. Beautiful specimens of mica are located in the United States, Italy, Russia, Brazil, Australia, Germany, Canada, Japan, and Greenland, although it occurs in rocks all over the world. Mica is a popular mineral for collecting and rock identification. It's a prominent component in many igneous rocks like pegmatite and granite. Three notable varieties of mica are black biotite, silver muscovite, and my favorite, purple lepidolite. You'll definitely want a sample of mica in your collection because it is one of the most unique minerals in the world. You can peel the individual layers of the books apart with your fingernails, and they're so flexible they bend back and forth, which you won't find with other minerals. And number 10 on our list is feldspar. Feldspar is a common mineral in many different types of igneous and metamorphic rocks. Feldspars have several varieties that can be different colors like white, pink, or green. They have a moderate hardness of 6 to 6.5 on the most hardness scale, a glassy luster, a white streak, and 2 intersecting cleavage planes. Beautiful samples of feldspar can be found around the world. Some feldspars, like amazonite, are popular in the production of jewelry. You'll definitely want a sample of feldspar in your collection because feldspar minerals make up over half of the Earth's crust. Plagioclase feldspars have unique striations or fine lines on their crystal face. Striations look like parallel scratches along the surface of the mineral. Thanks for sticking around for my list of 10 mineral samples that everyone should have in your collection. If you have any suggestions on what we should be collecting, let us know in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. See you next time.